Bro, listen, because there's dudes who are in an army who are, listen, if men are primarily tasked with being the quote unquote protector and savior of civilization, right? How can you now say that men are the prime? Well, again, like,
not every civilization believes that though. Look at Israel; they make everybody serve in their military.
But okay, but like that's dumb though, right?
Why?
Why?
Okay.
What about equality?
Look though. So look, would you feel comfortable again? Josh, right? So Josh, so let's say Josh, it's you and 5 men and 5 women, right? Who are I'm talking about on the front battlefield,
who went through the same basic training?
Yeah, right. Yeah, look.
Okay.
Look. It's same basic training,
and past basic training.
Yeah. Would you feel comfortable? 5 men, 5 women on your team going up against 10 men.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Why? Because, well, what if them women are like the best shots?
Yeah, what if they're significantly better shooters? What if they're smaller, more agile, can be undetected, and can spread out further? What if they're less likely to get caught being a spy or being undercover?
Yeah, you can't.
There's a lot more versatility with a...
That's unlikely, though.
Can you use your pussy for espionage?
Maybe in your small brain, you can't see outside of that, but I think it's likely.
I said, can you use your pussy for espionage?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Do you have a pussy to use in terms
hide?
of spying? No, not to hide. Like to use to your advantage.
Nah, pussy
No, I'm talking about like frontline battle tactics war.
To hide?
I would feel comfortable going to war with 10 men.
Hey Siri,
opposed to 5
remind me
women.
that Flakko supports Palestine.
I don't here. So look,
So he said,
yeah. Here, look. So one.
So you're
Yeah.
cool with blanket men, all your height, all your size.
I'm cool with men who go through
Because I'll
basic training.
take 5 chicks who are like 6'2", 6'3", and built over you.
But that's the anomaly, though, right? You feel me? Right?
Well, no, you just use these blanketed statements of
Is
5
the
men and
anomaly?
5 women.
No. Hey, Russell. So look, just generally, if you have the military composed of 50% men and 50% women,
Who are all going through the same training and feel as though they can serve based on the standards set by the military, which is
the
not
men
gender-based.
are bigger, stronger, faster, just generally, right?
Yes.
So
So the women will have to train harder and might not be doing the exact same jobs, but they can still serve.
But the criteria, though, in terms of like the push-ups, the sit-ups, those are different, though, right?
But they still have purpose and can serve. Maybe not on the very front line like you're suggesting, but there's definitely value.
Whoa, wait though. But like that's my point though, right?
he said,
Wait though, right? So look though, right?
not gone. Just
Wait
go.
though. So if they
The
are fighting
person on the
front line,
front is just as important as the person in the back scheming too and figuring out other things. You're putting all the value in that very first person who is the most likely to die.
but the females are fighting to be frontline and infantry. I'm just saying that putting females in an infantry position is fucking. Again, like we can have a bunch of military nurses.
If
That's
they
cool.
pass the requirements, I don't think that's up for you to decide anymore. If there's a set test, you have to be able to do X, Y, and Z to serve in the front.
Yeah.
If they can pass it, what does their gender have anything to do with it at this point?
Because generally they're not as fast, they're not as big, they're not as strong.
But they've already
And
proven that
have
they
you
are.
seen Woman King?
And they've already proven
Nah.
that they are. So you're just disregarding the basic training and all of the requirements to get to that point.
Here, Russell, look, like again, like I know a bunch of people who done passed basic training, who let's say is not the elite of the elites, right? But all right, right. But I'll pass that though. Now, and her comments were, "Yo, women and children should be more afraid of men, cis men, than the LGBTQ." And I'm just saying, right? If men are tasked primarily with saving women and children, why would they need to be more afraid of us than LGBTQ?
Because they're bigger and stronger, like you said.
But we are the ones who are tasked with saving them primarily, meaning like your police officers, your firemen, you feel me? Like, inventors primarily were men. So we are the ones who are tasked with saving their lives. So why would this broad say that they need to be more afraid of us than the LGBTQIA community? Because I'm just saying, listen, all right? In fact, I'm not gonna get canceled, bro. Feel me? Like,
you
already
way too
canceled,
late,
nigga.
nah.
You
bro.
you said
feel
some
me,
You've
right?
wild
already
shit today.
dug the hole 25 feet deep. What's another 2? Keep going.
Here, bro. Because I was gonna say, right. If you put, let's say, just again, in general, 10 trans women or trans men, right, and 10 regular men. If you give them access to a bathroom like with a child, who's more likely to sexually assault that child? I believe is the sexual deviance, right?
That is probably the most unjustified label that you're throwing on an entire group of people, because I think that there's just as good of a chance for there to be sexual deviancy within that group of 5 normal dudes as it is these 5 trans. The trans population is much smaller, therefore a lot of the
Deviancy
issues
is more likely. Yeah.
But dude, that shit exists in straight presenting cis men as well. Like everything that she said, you have just as much to worry about. Don't send your kid into a bathroom with any dude. How about that?
Facts.
Yeah.
Don't trust it.
I agree.
Don't trust
Don't leave it to
society.
chance.
Right. Don't leave it to chance. Just you should get. You shouldn't put your child in a scenario where you're putting them in a bathroom with any other dudes.
Yeah, right.
Regardless of what their sexual preference is.
Yeah, right here, right. But if you're like your entire identity is based on your sexual identity, then chances are you're probably a sexual deviant.
See, you're connecting dots that just are not there.
What?
What do you mean? What?
Well, like in terms
You
of
just went from one thing to another, and I'm saying you are connecting something that you can't possibly connect. You're missing a whole lot of other things.
yes. Listen, right. Listen. Okay, right. But Josh, like, if it's more likely that sexual deviancy exists in that particular community,
Has been identified in that community.
yeah, right. Then her saying that a child or woman is more at risk with heterosexual cis men opposed to that community where deviancy has been identified more is just not right to me.
And I already told you that what she said was wrong.
Yes. Okay. Facts. Okay.